Live in the chat. We live in the chat. All right. What up, though? It's your man, G. Louie.
And it's your man's Clearly coming to y'all then and now. Men's Mental Health Thursday. That's right, y'all. Men's Mental Health Thursday. I think we might have missed y'all last week, but it don't matter. We coming today with accountability, gentlemen. Accountability. That's the topic, and that's the topic y'all need to know about today. It is called, once again, accountability. And we're going to break this word down so we can get a full understanding what us as men need to be accountable for. Because I'm tired of women keep coming on these social media sites telling us what we need to be accountable for.
Right.
Yeah, they keep telling us what we need to be accountable for. They tell us we need 30,000 to date them. They tell us we need 700,000 to date them. We got to know Will Smith and Michael Jordan. If we can't know them, we can't. You know what I'm saying? It's wild work out here, gentlemen. So what we finna do is we finna let y'all know exactly what you, as a man, should be accountable for. And first and foremost, we're gonna start off by being a man of your word. Whoa. Got to be a man of your word.
You do.
Huh?
You got to.
If you say you're going to do something, gentlemen, you got to stand on that. You got to do that. That's just is what it is. It ain't no way of getting around that. And that's just how the ball should bounce every time.
That's
if you
it.
say you is about something, you should be about that. It should be no ifs, and buts, or maybes about it. So your word should always be your bond. You agree?
I agree 100%.
So this transitions, right, into marriage. Pay attention, fellas. Being a man of your word transitions off into your marriage. Yes, it does.
A lot.
Your children, you being a father, that's the most important transition of being a man of your word. When you tell your kids something, your children something, you need to stand on that firmly, and you need to be what it is that you telling them that you trying to be about, or you trying to get them to be about. You can't just be on there just selling wolf tickets and talking crazy and just barking demands without no actions. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nah, that ain't what's up. Nah, you can't be just saying wild stuff and you over here doing wild stuff. Nah, it don't work like that.
No, for sure.
That be the misconception with a lot of guys when they have children, especially when they come in and they don't really have a father background. So when they have a child, especially a son or even a daughter, it don't matter, it's a kid. A lot of guys don't really understand parenting, so what they do is what they would call their best. And in their best of doing what they can do or whatever, they don't understand that because they come from a certain environment, they shouldn't subject their kid to that same environment. And when I say that, a lot of us think that by moving the kids out the hood to the suburbs, that makes a difference, when it don't, because you're still bringing the kid down to the neighborhoods every single day. So it don't transition. You know what I mean? So that accountability about people and how you dealing with your children, fellas. Your word is what's going to dictate how everything after that is carried. And see, the children, they don't have no choice but to obey you. You know what I'm saying? They have no choice but to listen to you. So, in the process of that, why would you give them this information? You know what I mean? Because they don't have no choice but to listen to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You paying the bills, you feeding them. You know what I mean? They getting their stuff done, whatever it is they trying to get done. You know, they got to go through you. You know what I mean? Until they stop having to go through you, then that's when your child is blossomed off into something else. But until then, hey, they got to listen to you. Whether they obey you or not, that's all in your structure at your crib. That's a whole nother dynamic. They don't have anything to do with accountability. Accountability is self-awareness. Huh?
Right.
Know that you can't have one of them, what is they doing now? The $10,000 primes. Know that in your brain as a man. Don't be sitting up here trying to make these promises and these wishes as if your kid see somebody else do it and you try to make that happen. And then you sitting there looking crazy when it don't happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Because
then everybody gonna say, "Oh, he spent 5,000. Why she mad about the 5,000?" Because he said he's supposed to spend 10. That's why.
But the whole thing is, you know what I mean, for one, it don't matter. Whatever you gonna do, that's what you gonna do. You know what I mean? Because they ain't paying for nothing. But anyway, you should be thinking about the aftermath of that. You gonna spend that 10,000 for that one day, and then after that, then what? That 10,000 that could have went towards the car, some education, some whatever, a whole lot more than just that one day. You can still went and got just as fresh, and they can think that boy costed, or I don't know how much or whatever. And then especially if you got, you know what I mean? See, we don't look at the point of your daddy friends and there's close friends, but everybody ain't got it, but people that do, daddy friends that got these type of cars and this and that, you know what I mean, where you probably can get a hell of a deal, you know what I mean, instead of running out here spending all this crazy money for one day. For one day, when you think about them kids' future. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it, some of them ain't gonna be jack.
I'm hoping that when they spending this money on these primes or whatever, that's not the all be all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping. You deal with the primes hand to hand, so you would know more about the prime life than I would. And matter of fact, now that we on that, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget, brief intermission here. Brief intermission. We have the black car service for all the primes and stuff that's coming up in the next few weeks or whatever. Y'all got all the way from next week, I think they start running, all the way through June. So we have black car service. You can rent the services or whatever. Go on
with a chauffeur.
With a chauffeur. Go on to the Den and Now Live podcast on Instagram, and the telephone number is available for anyone that wants to sign up for the black car service. The telephone number again is
248-252-2564.
There you go. You can call or text that number anytime. Well, text it anytime, but call between the hours of 8 p.m. and 7 p.m. But any other time, text. Y'all get out of here. Wow. So, yeah.
Business
I need a
hours,
car. Nigga, it's 3:30 in the morning. Nigga, what you talking about? I need a car for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Why you calling me at 3? I just get off work. I work midnight, man. Listen, man. So, yeah. So, just text. Just text the number.
Make sure y'all, you know what I mean, for the prime black car service, make sure y'all put y'all bookings in, because them bookings is that May is filling up fast. So y'all make sure y'all get it in for that May if y'all looking for May.
And go to Instagram, Den and Now Live podcast.
.live.
Oh, .live. Den and Now at Den and Now Live .live.
.live.
Okay. At Den and Now
Dot
.live
Yeah.
on Instagram. There you go.
There you go.
God dang. Yeah, man, I know, man. It be tough, y'all. I know. But let's get back to accountability. And we talking about dealing with the children. That's why the prime thing came about. But we want to make sure that we let y'all parents out there know that your kids can actually make it to and from prime safely.
Yeah.
Safely. And that's what we all about over here is safety. They will be picked up and brought back to whatever destination is discussed within the packages that's available. Now,
safely. Yep.
Yeah, that's the key thing over here is safety. You know what I mean? So let's get back to the men's mental health with accountability. Now, this is big also. Not bigger than the children, but it's big because God seemed to be focused more on the woman, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, fellas. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but I know. You know what I'm saying? Most of my married guys, most of my guys has been in these long-term relationships or whatever. Y'all love, you know what I'm saying? Got a little soft. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I understand it. You got to give a little to get a lot. I get it, but I don't be seeing a lot of y'all getting a lot. I'm just keeping it 100. A lot of my married guys, a lot of my guys, these long-term relationships, I don't be seeing y'all getting a lot. Yeah, that's just my opinion, y'all. It's just my opinion. But I'm gonna say this. We talking about accountability, so we talking about us. I'm not gonna point the finger today at nobody. We point the finger at ourselves. So we taking accountability for the stuff that we do, like gambling. Our habits are bad habits. You got habits like gambling. You have poor eating habits. You have poor money management habits. All these different habits or whatever bring toxicity into the marriage part of the relationship. Because remember, 92% of divorces lead to and are from financial indifferences. So because of those habits I just named, all of those affect your finances. So if you out here and you calling yourself liking a woman or dating a woman to actually go forward to marry her, your accountability level got to be high.
Right.
Because if your accountability level is low, she's not going to be accountable for nothing either.
Exactly.
So y'all just going to be over there in a very toxic relationship. And what we doing over at Then and Now with this men's mental health, we trying to stop it, whereas we, as the men, are not the toxic ones. Because see, sometimes by us leading by example, that would make the woman understand that she got to fall in line. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If I lead with humility, integrity, moral compass, standards, in a liberal type of sense where it can actually weigh in on both sides, not just all favoring me, I believe that is the perfect mix for a healthy relationship. I'm just saying, fellas. I'm just saying. And that's us taking accountability. Because I know I got some effed up habits. Pretty sure you got some effed up habits. And I'm pretty sure y'all out there got some effed up habits. And those habits is what you, as a man, have to be accountable for. Because you have to explain this inside of your relationship. And a lot of us don't explain it. We keep it hidden and we shy away from it. And that's the whole purpose of us having this segment. So y'all can come into the chat and y'all can actually say something. Because I was talking to my man at the barbershop this morning. I hope he came in and got his notification. He started subscribing this morning. And he said he wanted to get the chat and say something in the chat. So I hope, you know what I mean, hope he in the chat, y'all. You know what I mean? We got the chat open. Y'all can say something. What's the name? We're going to get it where we're going to have the lines open too, where you call in and be able to talk to us or whatever. Because it's really going to be dope once we get out on the road. Once we get out on the road and get around the city of Detroit, that's when we really going to be able to have y'all call in and y'all going to be able to talk and breathe and feel the city. You could be anywhere, call in. We got people right here, wherever we at. Yes, we do. So be looking forward for that. But the accountability with your lady, it's the habits, fellas. It's the habits. Any habit you have is always going to be hard to break because you created it. So what you got to understand is those bad habits are the habits that ultimately is going to determine how the future is going to turn out. And remember, what's the name of the show? Then and Now.
No.
So all my younger guys, if y'all listen to this right now in y'all 20s, and don't worry about chasing too much tail and focus on getting your priorities together as far as your finances, everything else gonna fall in line.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna fall right in line. Because my thing is, you don't want to be in your late 40s, early 50s trying to start over or get your life together. Because I'm gonna tell y'all fellas, don't be ashamed if you played around until your late 40s or 50s or whatever, you decide to get your life together. I came to the conclusion a couple years ago, there is no time frame on you as a man to get your life together. Ain't no time frame on it. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. You did it your way.
As long as you breathing, you always got a chance.
You did it your way. If you decided to do what you want to do in your 20s, do what you want to do in your 30s, do what you want to do pretty much in your 40s, then in your late 40s, early 50s, decide to get yourself together, hey, that is your life, and you are entitled to do that. What anybody else says, it doesn't matter. I'm together now. And see, that is our program. That is why we have this platform, then and now. Because let me tell y'all something. Huh? As long as there's a then,
there's a now.
There's gonna be a now. You know what I'm talking about?
As long as there's a then.
As long as there's a then, there's always gonna be a now. Because you know why? Because what I just said in 30 seconds is then. But guess what just happened in the recent 30 seconds of right now? There you go. That's the platform. Y'all better not be trying to steal our drinks. I see y'all out there looking in and checking us out, man.
Checking, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see y'all checking us out, man.
Watching.
You know what I'm saying? On our different little programming and stuff that we come up with topics or whatever. I see y'all tuning in. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But accountability, fellas. Accountability. First and foremost, let's be honest. Nobody don't want to be with nobody that's just broke. So finances has to be your key thing to have you focus. You must focus on your finances. So now, if you focus on your finances, fellas, guess what you got to acquire? Credit. You got to acquire credit. And let me tell you something about credit, fellas. Credit does not mean you got money, because a lot of black people fall for this every time. Oh, I got an 800, 900 credit score. Ain't what that mean? You can go out and buy a bunch of bull crap. Yeah, you can. But guess what? You still got to pay for it. So at the end of the day, don't be confused and think that having good credit means that you're rich or you're well off. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. What you do with your credit is made to make money. So with money, you make more money. You don't buy stuff with money, you make more money. That's how money operates. And that's what credit does. It puts you in a predicament to make more money. That's what credit does, y'all. But that's a whole nother day, another topic. But I'm just telling you the steps or whatever to try to take accountability in your life today. So we got finances, credit, boom. Ownership. I know a lot of y'all out there, I know. The only way to become successful in life, you must start off with owning something. I don't care if you own your car. I don't care if you own your house. I don't care if you own your business. You have to own something. You cannot constantly have debt going out and be in debt and constantly paying out. That's not going to work for you. No. So you got to have something that's debt-free where you can actually build on and start to actually build your successful ladder as it's going. So those three things in itself will lead you in a very, 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 very nice predicament. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. So I want y'all to focus on you as we do every Thursday on Men's Mental Health. We as a people, as a person, should I say, have to be able to look in the mirror and tell ourselves what's wrong. And I know it's hard to do because it's like flipping yourself inside out and you know what I mean, seeing all the crazy wild stuff that your body go through to actually function every day. It's hard. It's hard. So what I want y'all to do before we get out of here and close out this segment is be able to strip yourself down. Look in the mirror. Look at all the negative stuff. You already know what the positive stuff is. People tell you every day what the positive stuff is. As you look good, your car look good, you dress good, whatever. People tell you that all day. But let's talk about the negative stuff that they don't know about.
Exactly. Where you want to what you need. So what you need to do is you go pull your credit report.
Wait a minute.
And then look, this evaluate of, this is like, you know how you pull your credit report and then you look at all the negative stuff that you got on there?
Oh.
And you say, you say, damn, I didn't know I had that.
Yeah, I know I got all these derogatories on here.
Right there, where did that come from? What's
Yeah.
that? Oh, so I neglected to even pay that little bill. You know what I mean? So you do that same thing, evaluate of your life.
Transition that. And okay, I neglected that. I neglected this. I
Yep.
neglected that. And don't wait until it's too late. That's my only thing here. Don't wait till it's too late. Be accountable now. Because if you're accountable now, everything else down the line is going to fall in order. Because can't nothing come at you that's going to be foreign.
Right.
Because you official. You already accounted for it.
Yep.
All damages is accounted for. It's like giving yourself personal insurance. You know what I mean? You got 24/7 insurance on you. Yeah, you in the best hands, your hands. We don't know what they talking about. Who was that? Rock Prudential? Who was that with the in the hands? The Allstate, who was that? You in the
Allstate. You in the best hands with
Nah, you in the
Allstate.
best hands with your own hands. Whoa, not Allstate. Yikes. No shot at Allstate. Whoa. But, you know what I'm saying? You got the best hand. Your own hands. Yes. You ain't gonna hurt yourself. Whoa.
Exactly.
So,
We
and
out.
for those that are trying to hurt themselves, hey, call 911. Yeah. Do not attempt.
Call the hotline.
do
Call
not
the
attempt to do
suicide
nothing else. Call the suicide hotline. Yes, indeed.
ASAP. Or
ASAP.
call a friend. Call somebody.
Yes. And with that, then and now is out.
We
Men's
out
Mental
here.
Health Thursday.